How are you guys doing today? You probably already know it's Monday, and you all know how I feel on Mondays. So, I made an executive decision. Instead of dwelling on the things we absolutely fucking hate, we're gonna talk about the things we love. So, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all good things and bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. I'm kidding. We're talking about coffee today. What's a sip? What's a sip? We are sipping on Groundwork Coffee's Ethiopia Heirloom blend. Let me tell you right off the bat, this is a tricky coffee because it says it's an heirloom blend, but what that really means is it takes all of the heirloom variety coffee beans in Ethiopia and it just blends it all together pretty much. But all the coffee beans in here are specifically from Ethiopia, making it still a single origin coffee. Let's get to it though. Let's get to the beans. I reviewed a Groundwork coffee before with the Bitches Brew, and let me tell you, I was very impressed. That was one of my favorite dark roasts I've ever had. But this is on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. It's a light roast. So let's see what it has to offer. One thing I'll say is that these beans are honestly very small. It's one of the first times I've actually noticed how small the beans are compared to most other beans I have. But yeah, there are definitely these huge red flags waving that it is a light roast. Not red flags, maybe yellow flags, maybe white. I don't know, whatever the flag will be for light roast, but it's probably not red flags because I feel like that just is showing impending doom or danger. No impending doom or danger here, guys, just coffee. Let's get to it though. So one of the signs that's showing me how light of a roast it is the very light brown inner layer, while the covering of the beans themselves have little to no oil whatsoever. What's it smell like though? That's odd. It has this very earthy smell. It's not even like soil or a plant. It's like you're smelling the bark of a tree. Definitely odd. There are definitely these very fruity, tart undertones to it. Like I'd say raisin, pomegranate, something along those lines makes up the undertone of this coffee. Definitely a more tart flavor. Let's get to the brew though. See what justice that has to shine on us. I will see you on the other side. One thing that's even more prevalent in the brew than in the beans is how light of a body this is. It's very thin, almost tea-like base, and it's just depending on these really distinguished flavors of the fruit, like the tartness, to really bring out all of the coffee drinking experience. Let's take another sniff. The longer you sniff on it, the more you get these notes of sweetness, like milk chocolate, sweeter types of fruit like strawberry, blueberries, things along those lines. But more than anything, that overtone is that very tart. I'd say, yeah, definitely like a raisin or a grape type of tone, while the undertones are made up of these very sweet notes. All right, most importantly, let's get to the taste. One time for yams. Pretty much exactly what I expected. It's very zingy. All of the acidity is buzzing around on the corners of your cheeks. It's a very bright, bold flavor, and it has that very tea-like composition to it. Very thin, very, as I said before, zingy, very bright. And this is where that heavy overtone of what was it? It was grape and raisin comes out even more so. Like the tartness in here is just paired with the feel of acidity, and it brings out everything this coffee is meant to bring out. Very light roast, very heavily dependent on these fruit. Then there's another note behind it of that tree bark. I don't know what it is. It's kind of endearing. It's not a turn away. It's not a turn off, but it's definitely bringing all of the flavors more together. It's kind of like a chocolate tree bark taste. I don't know, that might sound dumb as hell to you guys, but that's exactly what I put my tongue on. more than anything, it's just a very, very bright coffee that gives off those very fruity tones that you're looking for in an Ethiopian coffee. But as for my rating, as for what I think about it, let's see one time. Let's repeat. This is the Groundwork Certified Organic Coffee Ethiopia Heirloom Blend, and what I would rate this, I'd probably rate it a 92 out of 100. Definitely not even close to as good as the Bitches Brew I tried by them. More than anything, I feel like I'd like to see more complementing flavors put into this to give it more of a complex tone. Definitely more of a complex profile would be nice with just the overtones and undertones in this coffee already. But definitely something I would not throw shade on if you guys are looking for a starting off light roast. Definitely proves itself, definitely has that placeholder, definitely has all of those characteristics of any light roast. And if you're looking for something to get into Groundwork coffee, I definitely would recommend this. Definitely flavorful, starts up the morning, keeps you going through the day, helps you get through it, you know what I mean? Especially those Mondays when there's no one else around to talk about coffee. You can talk about coffee to your coffee mug full of Groundwork coffee Ethiopia Heirloom Blend. But that's it, guys. That's motherfucking it. So, as always, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.